Hello Gemini, how are you? Welcome to your reading. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome back. If this isn't your first time, either way, I'm so glad you're here to join me for today's video, which is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And as you can see from the title, today we're doing your tarot predictions for the month of May 2021. So welcome to you all. Hope you're doing great. So two quick things that I want to say before we get into it. First of all, this is a general reading, so make sure to only take what resonates and leave the rest. And also, I do personal private readings. My books are currently open, so if you're interested in getting a personal reading, I have left my contact information down below. You can just hit me up over there so that you can book your reading today. Alright, but without any further ado, let's just get into it. So I have this oracle deck right here, as you can see. What I want to do is I'm going to pull two cards from this, and so there will be two piles. And so, you know, like, as you can see, they have these beautiful images on top of them. So I want you to pick one of those two. When I pull them out, they will be pile 1 and pile 2. And whichever you feel drawn to, you can also pause the video to feel like if there's any like channeled messages that comes through to you just by looking at this image. And we're gonna, after you pick your image, we're just gonna carry on with the tarot without any stuff about the choosing a pile or whatever. The tarot is gonna be for everyone. And then at the end of the reading, your oracle message is gonna be more personalized. It's gonna be whichever pile that you picked. Okay? I hope that makes sense. If not, I'll just give you more cues as we get into it, all right? But I'm just gonna start and shuffle this for you. So who is pile 1 for Gemini, please? And pile 2 for Gemini. Okay, so I'm not looking at the messages either because, yeah, okay. So this is going to be pile number 1. Pile number 1. And this is going to be pile number 2. All right. So you can pause the video if you want, if you need to see whichever you feel more drawn to. Also to see if you get any messages from them, any energy, any emotion, any word. You know, what do the colors mean to you, the shapes and forms, all that stuff. So I'm gonna put them aside for now, but they're not gonna be too far away. And so let's just get on with the tarot. Now, this is for everyone. As I said, no piles for this part. I just want to know, you know, this is general. I just want to know what's going to happen for you guys during the month of May, and what messages do you need to know? What do you need to hear about the month of May? You know, all of that good stuff. All right, so what's happening for Gemini in May? Okay, a bunch of stuff. What's happening for Gemini in May? What do they need to know? What do Gemini need to know about May? What do you want to do? Yeah, okay. Okay. There are more stuff here. Okay, okay, God. Okay, anything else? Yeah. 3, 4. Okay, we're gonna stop here and see. Let's place these as well as we can. Okay. I'm actually gonna put you here, I think. So let's see. Okay, so here we have the Seven of Cups, the Eight of Wands in reverse underneath it, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse, the Two of Swords in reverse, Strength, the Queen of Swords, the Emperor, the Tower in reverse, and the Nine of Wands, and at the bottom here we have the Star. Okay, so what is going on for you? I think that you're not really, you might kind of feel like there's not a lot moving forward. There's not a lot like actually going on for you, at least at the beginning with these two cards here, but it's actually not because of a lack of choice. Actually quite the opposite. You definitely do feel like you have a lot of choices with the Seven of Cups, and you could have, you know, this could be on many different levels. This could be like you're looking for a new job and you have all sorts of different offers, or you know, you've applied to different places, you've got multiple callbacks, or there's different options that seem interesting. This could be about love, like you have, you know, multiple people that you feel interested in or that you feel connected to. It can be a bunch of different things, but I feel, and you know, for some of you this could be like you feel like you truly enjoy having that diversity. I'm hearing polyamorous for some people, so you could be in that relationship dynamic and really enjoy the freedom and enjoy like connecting with different kinds of people, which is really great. But also I feel like if you're wondering, well, what's going on that like I feel like is slowing me down right now, like what's going on, like, you know, if you feel blocked, you're like, what's the source of that blockage? And it's actually that you have too many choices, which sometimes, you know, you think it's not only all good to feel like you have so many choices, because then it's like, well, like, how can you have a long-term commitment? And I don't necessarily mean in terms of like a romantic relationship. I don't mean that, you know, in terms of romance, or even in terms of jobs, like not everyone likes just sticking to the same thing for a really long time, and that's completely okay. But what commitments are you making to yourself? Do you have time to do these, or do you spend your time just distracting yourself with all the external choices that you have? Because as everyone else does, I'm sure that you have goals, you have dreams, Gemini. And so, and you know, when we want to achieve some things, when we want to get to certain places, whether metaphorically or literally, there are some that will require more commitment to this goal, more hard work, more patience, more of just letting ourselves develop and letting time help us. And so we can't always have it right away. And if you're never looking further than like, let's just get the next best thing that's really exciting for me and that I feel fulfills me momentarily, then you'll never get the long-lasting fulfillment that you actually desired. Okay, so there needs to be a balance. You can't only get instant gratification. You know what I mean? And I feel like this is what you have been given to yourself by letting yourself have all of these choices and have fun here and there and consider everything and dabble into all kinds of different things. Like, that's good for a moment, but that can't always last if you really want to get what you want to get. And so I feel like, yeah, and I do feel that, because like the truth is, like, you feel like you can't help but feel like there's just something missing, or like you're not going for your full potential, or you haven't achieved your full potential, or maybe you kind of feel like behind in life, like just like in general, like you're looking at people who you feel you can relate to, whether that's age or gender or people in your family, your friends. Like, you look at them and you're like, they've achieved so much, like they have so much accomplishments and they've reached some of their goals, or like people recognize them and their expertise and their hard work and their talent, and I feel people don't do that for me. Well, it's because you never stick long enough for people to see that properly and get the chance to recognize that in you. And so I feel like you do feel a sense of loss from that, of not having your own Nine of Pentacles moment, right? You feel like that's missing. And I feel like some of you, there's something also about authority here. You know, we have the King of Wands in reverse, we have the Queen of Swords, we have the Emperor. Some of you think, okay, hold on. You know, I think some of you here, you do feel this, yeah, you do feel kind of overwhelmed with the Seven of Cups. You feel like there's not much going on, or you feel like things are not moving as quickly as you wish for them to be. With the Eight of Wands in reverse, you feel like you don't have that accomplishment with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and then you blame it on this King of Wands person. So I don't know who this is. I think for most of you, this is an actual person that you have in your life. Yes, it's most likely to be a man, but it doesn't have to be. So this is King of Fire. So they could be fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but they don't have to be, obviously. But that is, the King of Wands is someone who is very passionate, very extroverted, very impulsive. Also, they're very like driven and action oriented, and yeah, very honest, very straightforward, sometimes to a fault, brutally honest. They can be also very prideful, all that stuff, right? So there could be a good side or a bad side to this. So I feel I'm hearing boss also when I'm looking at this card. So some of you could be in a job where you feel like you're not being recognized for your talent and for what the work that you've done there. And you think that is only because of your boss, who is some kind of enemy to you. Or, well, it's not like an actual enemy, but I feel like you kind of view them like that. Or you think that they're not cheering you on, or that they don't care about you, that they don't see you, that they don't hear you, that they just kind of, you could kind of see them as messy also. Yeah. I think that you just kind of like, I'm kind of getting that you don't fully put yourself out there for many different reasons. When people do that, that's for many different reasons. You know, typically fear, but that fear can come from many different places and experiences in life. You don't fully put yourself out there, and then you blame other people because they don't see you. But do you see yourself? Is a true question here, Gemini. Okay? So because I think like this King of Wands person, like their attention span might be quite short. This could be like literal with the King of Fire, and the thing is, you could think that it's easy for them to, like, okay, let's say like, whatever, you know, it's gonna be different situations for everyone. So I can't like go into details, but I'm gonna use kind of like a made up scenario. And you see how that could resonate for you, kind of change it up so that it suits your situation. But let's say, for example, you're at a workplace and then you're given a project, you do that project and you feel like you've done a really great job, or you've worked really hard on it and you're really happy with what has come through. You feel like you really delivered, and you just kind of send that project to your boss, the King of Wands here, and then they don't compliment you, they don't say anything, maybe they don't even say good job, maybe they don't even say thank you. Or you just feel like they don't appreciate what you've done, they don't appreciate you, and you're like, are you serious? Like, I'm such a great employee, or like, I did such a great job, and I know I did, or like, I really worked my butt off on this, and I don't get anything back. Like, that's not fair. But the thing is, you don't actually go to them. You could be kind of like someone who like avoids confrontation. So like, you don't actually go to them and be like, hey, I felt like you didn't really see me or see the work or acknowledge the work that I had done, or I was expecting to get an opinion from you or feedback from you that I didn't get, and like that upset me or that confused me. So could you please clear the air, or like let me know what you thought. And so, because I think like, yes, this person is very honest and straightforward, but like people who are like that, like fire people, they, you know, most of them, they give it because they can take it, in the sense that if they are a very honest person, they don't mind having a conversation with someone who's honest. They don't mind, you know, if there's someone who like asks very direct questions that can kind of throw some people off, it means that they're okay with being asked those questions. So I do feel like that is part of your responsibility here. And I'm not saying like, oh, you should do that in every job, but like you see that that's your boss's personality, or like this person's personality, whoever they are in your life. You see that this is part of their personality, and the thing is, you won't be able to change that. And the thing is, they probably don't really realize that you feel this way because you've never told them. And maybe they do think that you're such an amazing person and that the work that you do is really amazing, but like maybe they don't feel the need to tell you. Maybe they just kind of like, I don't know, maybe they forget, maybe they thought that they've said some things that made you feel valued and they didn't, and they don't know that you don't feel valued. So it's kind of like, I think that you could probably go up to them and ask them about this. And it's more about, I think it would be really good, don't go at them like kind of accusing them, go at them from a curiosity pinpoint or from needing information. So asking them how they feel, or telling them like, I don't feel like I got enough information, I don't feel like I got enough, or how you reacted, how you saw this, how you view this situation, and I would really need to know. Yeah, I think that they would let you know, for sure. And then you could, instead of like being resentful and building up all of this like frustration within you out of things you've just assumed, you could like decide on your feelings, knowing that you know the truth about how they feel, okay? Which is really important. Because I feel like this confrontation, you could even feel, some of you could even feel like this person, this kind of one's person hates me, or they hate my work, or they think I'm dumb, or they think I'm not talented, I'm not good enough, and they just like, or they're scapegoating me, or they're always targeting me on purpose. And honestly, I don't think that's true. I'm not saying that to invalidate your situation, but like, I think you make it bigger in your mind than what it really is, or you make it more personal than what it really is. And so I feel like in your mind, you've built up this kind of like comfort, like, yeah, some of you really think that you're enemies or something. And it's just like, that only exists in your brain. Like, I feel like, yeah, that I definitely think that they don't view you that way. So if you want to clear the air, I already told you what you could do. Because the thing is, like, yeah. If you spoke your mind, I think that this person really respects people who speak their mind. That's the thing. And they don't assume anything about you because maybe you don't speak your mind that much, more than what is necessary, or more than like you say like the technical stuff or the intellectual stuff. You have your knowledge about the job or about whatever it is that you guys talk about, but you don't actually say your personal opinion a lot of the time. And so they don't know you, or they don't know you that much or that well. They don't know you enough to actually be able to assume how you feel or how you think, so they just don't. It's that simple for them. Yeah, it's that simple for some people. I know that seems crazy, but some people really do live this way. And so I think that they would be delighted to just kind of get to know you more if you did dare to speak your mind. Like, that would be, I think, really like stepping into your power more here with the Strength card and the Queen of Swords, I think that this person, you know, no matter if they agree with you, I think that they would really respect someone who's outspoken. They would really, like, they notice people who are courageous enough to be authentic, because they view this as being very courageous. And also, like, maybe sometimes they do things that upset you, and it would be really important for you to tell them, like, you see this hand, I feel like this is, like, the Queen of Swords being like, no, stop it. Or like, I know I disagree, I don't think that this is right, or I need to put boundaries, I'm not comfortable for XYZ reason. Okay, so there needs to be a conversation here. But the thing is, you have to first of all stop assuming that they hate you. And second of all, you have to start seeing yourself as a queen. You know, no matter your gender, this is energy. Because I do think that maybe you don't have like the best self-esteem, because you could really think that your worth as a person depends on the achievements that all the things that you've accomplished, or on like the social status, or like the things that you do at your job, which is why you not feeling valued at your job right now by this person hits you so much. And that's why, like, it hurts you so much, and it really, really affects you. So it's like, yes, they are an emperor, and yes, that can be intimidating, but like, it doesn't mean that you cannot speak with them. It does not mean that they cannot, even if you are like in a situation where you are like their employee, and like in terms of hierarchy, you are like beneath them, doesn't mean that they actually will consider you as inferior, that they will not let you speak your mind, or that they will not care about your opinion, or that they will not respect you and your boundaries and your opinions and the things that you need to say. All right? Because I think like what's going on here is that you need to realize, and if you do have this conversation with this person, you will automatically realize this, but what you need to realize is that you feel like you're fighting against them, but you're actually fighting against yourself. You could also have had some like struggles in your personal life in the past, could have been in childhood or not, or a mixture, with authority figures or with male figures if this is a man, or things about like feeling valued, people complimenting you or not, feeling like you always have to do better, feeling like you always have to do the best, you always have to push yourself, never getting gratification for it, being held to a very, very high standard, right? That is very, very exhausting. So if you have any experiences with that, then your nervous system is probably reacting the same way, because it recognizes the situation as being the same. So it's trying to protect itself, but you know, self-protection, when unconscious this way, can lead sometimes to self-destruction, because I feel like if you don't, like, the universe doesn't want you to have a tower moment. That's the thing. And you will avoid it. Like, you know, you see the tower, even if you don't know what I mean by tower moment, you see this energy. This is feeling like things are falling apart. Things are falling apart in your life, and being completely shaken up in a way that's very uncomfortable and very destabilizing. And so you don't need to go through that. All you need to realize is that this could stem from trauma, this could stem from past experiences, or that this is really just you fighting against yourself. Okay? And then when you get to this point is when you'll be able to let go on a lot of stuff here. And this is when you'll be able to kind of stop distracting yourself all the time and just kind of like embrace the healing. Okay? So let's see what your oracle message were. Now, let's see here. Once again, I'm showing them to you if you hadn't picked, or in case you get any additional channel messages from them. This is number 1, this is number 2. Okay, I'm going to read number 1 now. So, number 1, my gifts flow freely. Oh, what talents have you been hiding? You are an amazing creative force blessed with gifts to share. It is time to let them shine. We are each here for a reason. We each have a part to play. Your unique gifts are like no other. Cultivate what flows freely from your being and you will find your soul's purpose. Okay, that is beautiful. And if you picked pile number 2, here is your message. Mandala. Sit in stillness and quiet the mind. Breathe deeply and allow stress to melt away. As anxieties are soothed, notice a deep meditative calm radiating from the core. Divine order floods your body as you release to a state of tranquility. Elemental energies support your focus and you return to balance. Okay, so 2 very beautiful messages. I hope that they brought you some sense of peace or some insights. That is actually all that I have for you today, Gemini. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that it resonated, that it was insightful. If you did like this, please let me know by liking this video. It really helps me out. Comment down below, let me know if this resonated. Share this video, subscribe to my channel for more. I would love to have you here. I do zodiac predictions for all the zodiac signs every single month. And I also do pick your piles on all sorts of different subjects every single week. So if you're into that, please stick around, and yeah, I think we'll both have a great time. If this video did not resonate, well, that's okay. It can happen. I always make these for all 3 signs, sun, moon, and rising, so I suggest that you watch one or both of your other signs. They will be on my channel. But either way, I'll wish you an amazing rest of your day or night. Once again, thank you for tuning in and watching and joining me today. I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.